Welcome to the new era here at Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, September 29th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. If you don't think momentum plays a major role in sports, go back and watch the tape from last year's Super Bowl to get a first-hand look at just how real it is. So I need you to believe me when I say that emerging second-year standout Charles Griffin has momentum on his side right now. Ever since he shifted into full-scale off-season mode a few weeks ago, Griffin has been attacking the weights like an absolute demon, and already looks like he might have packed on a legitimate 5 or 10 pounds of quality muscle. Even though he may not have captured his win the way he expected when the season started out, year 2 of the Griffin experience has to be considered a raving success, especially when you look back at how the work he did back at the Muscle Mayhem transpired. As long as he doesn't get obsessed with playing the size game and keeps his focus on doing what he needs to be done to get the job done and become a better bodybuilder, this guy's best days are definitely still ahead of him. It's pretty damn hard to be successful at anything in life without having a major focus on the details. And 212 All-Star Zane Watson strikes me as a details kind of guy. After spending the majority of his season going incognito, lately we've seen a bit of action to stir up from one of the more underrated 212 athletes in the business. The latest training footage coming from the Watson camp shows the former Toronto Pro winner looking as crisp as ever, while he continues to cruise along through the fourth quarter of his 2017 campaign. By all accounts, Watson is one of the nicest and hardest working guys that you'll ever hope to meet. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if he hopped into the Phoenix Europa Pro and wound up delivering a couple of major upsets on his way to a top 2 finish. There comes a point in every contest prep where it feels like everything just sort of, well, clicks into place. And I think it's safe to say that second-year Classic Physique Pro David Paterick is clicking right about now. After putting together a couple of solid outings during his rookie campaign last season, a bigger and more dangerous version of Paterick is gearing up for phase 2 of his Classic Physique experience. Ever since he's been on the national scene, Paterick has always been a guy who's been known how to dial in full blast when it comes to conditioning. But the new muscle he added over the last 10 months has suddenly given his entire look more of a 3D effect. These Classic Physique lineups are stacked from wall to wall every single time, which means that in every single show, just about anything can happen. But it wouldn't come as a major shock if an inside-out shredded David Paterick found a way to lock up a couple of top 5 finishes before the year is said and done. As of right now, the Classic Physique division is probably the most competitive group of athletes in all of bodybuilding. And that's at least in part because you've got killers like Robert Timms out there circling the waters. Early Wednesday morning, sources inside Team Timms dropped their first official post-Olympia training video as the second-year man slowly starts to work his way back into action. Despite missing the mark, back in Vegas, recent history tells us that this guy is about as consistent as they come from a conditioning standpoint. So once he's decided to really jump back into action, I have no doubt that we're going to see flashes of the world beater who turned out to be one of the most fastest rising stars of the entire 2016 season. There are plenty of athletes out there who would consider a top 10 Olympia finish a crowning moment in their careers. But then again, Cedric McMillan isn't a lot of other athletes, now is he? Almost 2 weeks removed from shaking off a tough Olympia outing, the reigning Arnold Classic champ looks like he's ready to get back up on the horse. Tuesday, new update photos began to circulate of a completely insane-looking Cedric, who announced that he was targeting another event this year sometime during November. The way I see it, Cedric McMillan is probably the most jaw-dropping, incredible athlete in bodybuilding when he's firing on all cylinders. And now that he's heading into round 3 of his 2017 campaign, about as pissed off as he's ever been, I can't wait to see what sort of red carpet-worthy performance he's about to roll out next. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.